What's up, my YouTube friends? I am Jeremy from WeldTec Designs, and I've got a big one today. This thing is huge. It's coming in at 34 feet, 8 inches, and weighing in at 14,000 pounds. I mean, this is a monster of an RV. Why would you ever lift it? I mean, come on, that's just silly. There's no way that it could ever drive better or be better. Yeah, you're getting some ground clearance on it. Well, I don't know. We got a whole bunch to talk about on this RV. Maybe we can even get Nick to come over. We just took him for a ride. I put a big smile on his face, which is always good. And I guess before I jump into this video, I'm gonna throw you guys out an amazing deal right now. So how about this, okay? This is it. Ready, ready, ready? Go on Weld. Look at all these. I got cool hats, cool shirts. Here's what you got to do. You have to subscribe to WeldTec Designs. You have to subscribe to Growing Up Garage, okay? Those two channels. Go on our website, buy a shirt, buy a hat from WeldTec Designs Growing Up Garage. So you're buying two items. Let's say it's $40 and stuff, okay? I will give you $100 in credit at WeldTec Designs for doing those two things. You're gonna make $60 for buying a t-shirt that you wouldn't mind already having, or a hat. So there it is. That's my deal. Comment below. Tell me what you guys think of that deal. I mean, that's a pretty sweet deal to me. You guys just made 60 bucks off supporting two companies, and really the goal is just to have you guys support Growing Up Garage, because we are trying to do a lot of really cool stuff over there with that. So without further ado, let's talk some RV stuff. All right, so as we jump into this thing, first of all, you're gonna notice this awesome set of tires, 235, 85, 16s, and we blacked out these hubcaps. Guys, I love doing this because it's inexpensive. There's no need to do wheels on these things when you can do the hubcaps, and then this same wheel and tire is going to fit in every position on this motorhome. I definitely like that. Of course, I know there's gonna be some of you out there that wanna do your wheels and tires, and we can definitely do that, and I'll tease you with this ambulance. Austin couldn't put a clip in right here of this ambulance, and you're gonna wanna check out that later on. In this thing, what's awesome about this is, I don't know if we've shown an RV with Kings on it. So if we haven't, check this out. This has a set of our King shocks on the front of this. Now, this isn't a reservoir shock, but this is our custom valved awesome King shock. We're running our coils in the front as well, and then in the front you can see our beams, and if you look all the way underneath in there, you're gonna see our King steering stabilizer as well, which just makes this thing King beast. You know, it's the King and it's just ginormous. We've also done just some drop brackets on your sway bar, because we are keeping your sway bar on all the RV kits, so definitely going to be a plus. So that kind of wraps us up, I guess, but I guess we're still gonna talk about this. You can see that we have a ton of clearance back here in the back part of this wheel well. You will notice a slight trimming here on the bottom of the bumper valance in order to get this to clear all the way. And we get that additional clearance in this part so that it doesn't rub on the fender with those extended radius arms, and we've moved that whole thing forward. The brackets you will have to weld those on if you're gonna do this yourself at home. But overall, it's a fairly easy kit to install. I don't wanna say that, it's not really. These things are heavy and difficult, but you can do it. People are doing it now. So you can install this at home. Let's go talk about what we did to the back of this thing, and then we're gonna sucker that guy right there over to coming and talking about it. I mean, I can like fit my head in here, and my head is ginormous, you know? Like, I have such a giant melon. But anyways, again, these tires look amazing on here. And this is a different size. This is a different tire, so we don't typically run this. This is a Wild Peak AT made by Falcon. Pretty cool. I'm gonna tell you, I think I talked about this in another one. I definitely am digging the sidewalls on a lot of these things. That's going to be really nice. So this does definitely going to be a dually in the rear. No need to run a wheel spacer as well when you're running this size tire, which is definitely going to be a plus. You're gonna see in there no more negative arc springs, which I don't even know. This thing, This thing had airbags on it too. You guys know I'm such a fan of airbags. So, oh wait, we took those off and got rid of them and threw them in the trash. If anybody who needs a set of airbags, they're in the dumpster. So, anyways, king shocks on the back of this as well. Of course, if we're gonna do kings on the front, we have to do kings on the rear, and this thing drives like a dream. I want you to really take a look at those springs. These springs are massive in this thing. And some things that I don't necessarily talk about all the time is these also do have a military wrap, which means the front loop of the eye is double wrapped, so it's definitely going to make this a lot stronger. In the rear, we also put on the hubcaps, and that's pretty much it. The only other thing we have under here is like a ton of ground clearance. But let's go find Nick and see what he thinks about how this thing rides. So we're dragging him over here. You know, we love talking with other people. So this is Nick. Nick, where do you live?
We're on the road full time.
Wait, you live in this?
We are on the road full time.
Why would you ever want to lift your home? This is a first. I can say that we actually lifted somebody's house.
Yep.
So,
man, the places we go, we're quickly off-road. We're off-grid campers. We're boondockers. We're constantly on terrible roads with big dips. We were constantly scraping the jacks wherever we went. So getting a lift on this just made sense. So we were looking forward to getting higher up in the air, but what we did not expect was this
So increase. I took him for a ride.
Yeah, and it kind of scared me a little bit.
Sorry.
But I'm impressed by the increased stability. It's more stable now than it was before we had the lift.
That's got to be impossible, Nick. You have to be making this up. I feel like this is like an infomercial because there is no way that you can lift an RV and it's going to be more stable.
Yeah, it happened.
And this thing's huge.
Yeah, it
like,
is huge.
I could see people saying, yeah, and like maybe on like a 22 footer, but 34.8, I think is what you said, right?
Yep, almost 35 feet.
And just loaded full because it's their whole house, guys.
Yep.
So what was it that we went for a nice little fun ride? What do you think, which part about it was like the most impressive to you?
Well, not having to take your time pulling out. You know, if you've got these big rigs, you have to take your time pulling out. You got to get the back wheels off on the ground so you don't tip it. You're afraid you're going to tip over. That was the most impressive thing, not having to do that anymore. He took the curve. I held onto the door. Thought we were going to go over, but we did.
And then, I mean, even pulling into like the gas station, that was a big, because it's a right turn, so not any one wheel is going over the transition at one time. Each wheel is going over differently, so it's really the suspension begins to kind of articulate over that. But I know that was a point you're like, I could never have done that before.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that was...
Absolutely. I would probably never own a rig like this again without having a lift put on it. Absolutely. Sold forever, for life.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make not only fans of you guys, but just really love this. Of course I want to sell you stuff. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. But his reaction, his happiness is more of like, dude, that's just rad. I love that because it doesn't make sense. I mean, it does to me in my head, but when I try to explain it to people, you guys just think I'm full of crap and just want to sell you a lift kit. So, I mean, that's what we said. If you weren't sold on it before you went, you were definitely sold on it after, obviously.
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah, absolutely. Completely worth it. Every bit.
I don't know if I have anything else to say. Hey, Nick, how about you close this out on this? Let's try this. First time ever. We're going to put him on this. We'll edit this and make it rad. But you're just going to say, thanks so much for watching this video. This is WeldTec Designs. I'll see you in the next video, and you're going to do this.
All right. Thanks so much for watching this video. We are at WeldTec Designs, and we will see you on the next one.